Hey guys, so for the longest time, I struggled to know whether or not I wanted to go to college. And if I did want to go, when. But I finally made my decision. And it's very different from what I thought about 48 hours ago. Before we get there though, let's go back 2 or so years. I just left on my mission and I was considering post-mission options. I thought I would maybe want to go to an art school and get a film or photography degree. I looked at some different options, but none of them really seemed to make much sense. Jobs to do with film rarely require a degree, and I thought just going straight into the field instead of piling mounds of student debt would be a more effective approach. So I shelved the idea of college and moved on. However, fast forward to about 4 months ago, and all that changed. I had a change of heart while I was doing some personal gospel study, actually, and I felt very strongly that I not only needed to go to school, but specifically BYU Provo. That kind of left me reeling, but I thought, well, what the heck, let's give it a shot. So I got everything figured out and I got my application together, but it turned out because of my education history, I wouldn't be able to apply without taking the SAT or ACT. And because of deadline issues, that would prevent me from going until at least 2023. So I left feeling a bit confused and unsure, honestly, but I kept going. My mom actually found a different route that would allow me to bypass that issue altogether. That is a program BYU has called FlexGE. I won't explain it here, but I'll link the website in the description. Either way, it changed things. So I got back on track to go and I planned on heading out there April of 2022 for a spring semester. Seemed like enough time to save money and get stuff figured out before I went, so I went with that. This again brings us to 48 hours ago. I thought I had things figured out and I actually started a script detailing my plans and the timeline and whatnot. But I thought it would be a good idea to do some final thinking and even praying about my plans. While I was doing that, I was on the BYU website, and just for kicks, I went to look at the academic calendar. I did so, and out of nowhere, winter semester really stuck out to me. So I was like, okay, and I looked into everything as if I was signing up for classes in January instead of April, and while building a hypothetical class schedule, it all just seemed to click and make sense, which is not a feeling I've had very often in this whole college process. So I talked to my parents about it, thought some more, slept on it, and here I am. I've decided to go to school in Utah on January 3rd in 2 weeks, which is insane. So that's the big announcement, I guess. I've got my tickets already. I'm trying to get an apartment set up. I gave 2 weeks notice at work. This is actually happening, I guess. I'm honestly not too sad about the way it turned out though, because I love sudden changes of plans, like big changes of plans. They just get me excited, I guess. So I wanna make a video to talk about what I'm gonna study, but that'll come on a later date. And I will be doing my regular weekly live stream tomorrow, so you can watch that and ask questions, and I'll answer as much as I can, as much as I know at this point. So, that's the thing. Also, hope you like my studio space. If you wanna see how and why I set it up, you can watch this video right here. But thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.